It's showtime in Vegas. Off we go in Sin City.
Oh, Carson spun the tires a little bit. As soon as they got on the throttle, let Sammy Smith get a run. You see Zillage is going to follow him through on the bottom, but they're locked together on the top. The 54 pushing the 1.
The black and yellow 54, Taylor Gray.
Yeah, they settle off one another. Oh, we already got one in the wall there. Big hit for Swallowich.
Yeah, and that is big. Caution is out early. Oh, man, you hate it for Parker Retzlaff in the 4. Had a great qualifying effort and coming off a solid run last week at Phoenix. But we always seem to have an early caution.
Air.
Yeah, it looked like Jeff Burton just packed a bunch of air on that left rear, and William trying to catch it, and you get the wheel turned to the right when that thing gets yawed out, and if it catches, it's really hard for the driver.
Yeah, I've been in the 18 car here a few times over the years, and I don't know if I won in an 18 car here. I think I won in the 54 car both times, so it is not popular.
Field is set for the Echoes Park restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier.
I'll tell you what, the outside spun the tires again with the 88 car this time. The 1 was more powerful to the 8, pushing him out into turn 1. So outside lane, something to think about. Not the place to be on the starts in the restart zone.
Yeah, 100%. The 1 learned from his mistake, maybe being in the outside a little more cautious, was able to push Sammy Smith out. We heard him yesterday talk about wrapping the line. Like everyone talks about, it's not only about getting to the line, but it's about
big moment there with the 11. Hold on, boys.
All the way around the corner and exiting lows. You see Josh Williams get loose and slides up into C. Kyle, who ran second here the last time we raced here. Really good at this track and good at mile and a halfs in general.
Is Harrison Burton. We go back and look at Josh Williams. That was Brennan Poole in the 44. Williams slides up, nearly got the 31 of Blaine Perkins, and checking up, as you guys talked about at the 39, is Ryan Simmons.
No, I feel like they've really stabilized the last few years. The bumps in 1 have always been there, but what the bump that's really kind of taken shape now is the tunnel bump. There's a bump right there where the tunnel is, as we see the race for the lead right here between teammates. JRM, the Chevy bunch here, they've got some good speed early. They've distanced themselves from 3rd place, but Allgaier, the seasoned veteran, takes the lead, paints that white line into the corner.
But it sounded like that had went away when we got here. He was really optimistic yesterday, but gosh, you get in the car here and you have these massive G-loads.
Switch out at the stage there. We got Ty in there ready to go.
Yeah, that's going to be great if he can get to the end of stage 20. That's going to be a long 20 laps for him, but if he can get to that point, I think he and Ty are similar size, so hopefully Ty can get in there and get all the belts right, and that's such an uncomfortable position for Ty to be put in. Man, the grip, Kyle, has just, I mean, they're almost a second off of what they started at. The grip has really gone away.
It really has, and as we've talked about, you know, look at the 54 car right here, all the way up in that, I call it the 4th lane, right up next to the wall on entry. Kind of comes down, a little bit of turn down on exit to try to get a run, but the 88 still painting the bottom.
Watching the steering wheel, as you watch Taylor driving into the corner, he's going to get a little bit of a run on the outside of this car, but as you watch when he turns in the wheel, you look at that tape, you see how steady it gets in the middle? That tells me he's just a little bit tight. He's also moved up kind of to the middle of the racetrack, trying to find some grip. It's pretty solid even on exit. The balance looks a little too tight to me, but his lap times are pretty good, so he probably just needs a small adjustment to get better. You turn off the switches, and what you do then is you pray that the volts don't keep dropping, because it's kind of out of your control. If they don't think they can make it to the end, they'll probably pit and put a battery in that thing at some point.
At some point.
The good news for now, he sees the green and white checkered flag. 4th stage win at Las Vegas for Justin Allgaier. That's the most of all drivers.
As much as you can, turn it off when you can. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, fuel, they'll pull some tape. Middle box, 19 of Eric Amarola, fired off being rear lateral, running the bottom. He said he could use more turn. Overall, just need to turn better without getting up that side bite. And then finally, Carson Kvapil finishing up his stop. He was just fighting loose at center. If he hits the bottom off 4, he loses all grip. So Andrew Overstreet, the crew chief, said we'll just do air pressure to tighten it up.
The field is set for the Echo Park restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, where car buying is easier, better, and happier. Front row, Almirola and the rookie Carson Kvapil. Stage 2 at Vegas.
Ooh, they're bunching up in the back there.
Yes.
He went late in the box. Oh, third gear issues on the 39 car. He wasn't able to get it shifted in. We heard a little bit about that at the break, so
Yeah,
bummer
lost
there.
all that ground
All
that
that
he made
ground,
up in the
exactly.
first stage. He's going to hope that this can stay green and cycle back. As you had some contact
Tire rub on the left front there. That might have been from the 39. Maybe he started behind him.
that they can continue on.
This is a battle back up front for second place. You've got all these guys. Boom, boom, boom. 8 car looking for a little bit of clean air, but the 21's trying to take it away still.
Well, he tried,
He
but the 8
tried.
was like, I'm going to go just a little bit higher and
Yeah.
get some clean air.
He did. Now we're 3 wide down the backstretch. Look at this.
The 88 down low, Connor Zilich. And they drive around the veteran Austin Hill. 2 youngsters side by side for second at Vegas.
You like me throwing that Boyer in there? Look at this.
That's right. Don't you worry, the pay window's going to open soon enough.
Yeah.
Not quite yet.
We were seeing Boyer a minute ago. He's tooling around in the infield on a little moped scooter thing. So
Oh, that 88 looks like he got a little tight, had to chase it up the hill.
Closing on the midway point, stage number 2 with Jamie McMurray, Kyle Busch. I'm Adam Alexander. Carla Metz downstairs with Dylan Welch, Kim Kuhn. And how about the drive for Justin Allgaier? Wins stage 1 and drops back for the restart, coming from outside the top 5, but he's letting everybody know, don't worry about me. I'll be there when I need to be at the end of the stage, up to second now, driving around his teammate.
all right.
It looked like he had it.
Yeah.
19 was able to get right back by him.
We're coming back to the finish of the stage, Adam.
Good racing late in stage 2. Justin Allgaier won the opening stage.
Oh, he did it. There, he's going to try it. Let's see if he can generate the speed.
Run of the high side off to turn 4.
He didn't enter it high enough.
Nothing to lose, though, right?
Nothing to lose.
I'm sorry, Kyle, but 7s aren't wild. It's the 19, Eric Almirola, who wins stage 2 in Las Vegas.
Well, we're not going to go 7-7-7 for first stage, second stage, third stage.
Going to be 2 laps shy of halfway as the drivers make their way to the Echo Park restart zone.
I think Sammy Smith did a pretty good job on the outside for what we've seen so far, but you see Justin is hooked on to the 19. 3 of them in a row hooked up. Great move right there, though, to get to the outside, Adam. If he can get that done early, so much easier to kind of get control of this race. And boy, Jesse Love, you mentioned it, got back to that 10th place position at the end of the stage. Had
He's
a
got a
great
fast
pit
car.
stop, a great restart back up into the top 5.
Battle for second. We got the 7 coming back up here for the 19, taking some action from him.
19 is not liking his car right now. Justin kind of babied it in there to make sure he could stay on the bottom, and Connor's like, hell, I'm going to sail it off in here.
Yeah.
Who cares? Hopefully it sticks.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I saw him run that second lane, and he made that second lane work. I'm like, well, maybe the second lane will work for you. Get off. Go. Try it. Get up there.
Oh, he's struggling in 3 and 4,
He
though.
is, yeah. Here we go. Another battle down the front straightaway. The 7 leads that lap again. Traffic here going to make a play.
And this time he might be able to finish the deal. Yep, traps Connor Zilich in behind the 14, the lap car of Garrett Smithley. You mentioned Chad Haney, new crew chief, and one of the things that Austin told us in the offseason is just his ability to process information and grow over the course of a race. And there's his teammate, Kyle referenced Jesse Love in the 2. The climb continues. Had the penalty, loose wheel into stage 1. On board Jeb Burton, he had problems when he came down pit road. Equipment penalty here, and there it is, taking the gas can with him. Oof. And that's what we saw. I wondered what went down there, but it slid up under the race car of Carson Kvapil.
What do you think that rear tire changer was thinking when he ran around and there was a gas can stuck under the car? That could have been really bad right there.
At first, he probably thought, what did my guy do?
Right.
He has no idea that came from the box behind.
Wow.
3 penalties for drivers that started the cycle inside the top 15. Sammy Smith, Connor Zilich, Jeb Burton. And also want to point out Connor Zilich. Despite the speeding penalty, he's been able to stay on the lead lap. So I would say both he and his teammate, the 1 of Carson Kvapil, they want a caution, right? Come down, tighten up the field, get a pit stop, get those tires. Austin Hill says, no. We want to run this thing out. So everybody thinking something different here in these last 25 laps or so. You know, it's interesting looking at Allgaier out front and talking about the lap times for Almirola late in this race. I was down there talking to the 19 team today, And they felt like last week, ultimately the caution came out, right? So you win it in overtime. But they felt like if the caution hadn't come out late last week, that maybe they could have driven up there and had something for the 7 of Allgaier.
You're talking last week as in this week, like right now?
And then like now, here they are again in this same situation, and there is no doubt he is gaining ground.
Yeah, he was almost 2 tenths faster that lap.
Yeah.
The gap is closing, so we're going to have a race here. All right, 22 to go. Come on, he's going to get there.
I wonder if that's a mandate as a team that says don't push it too far because you don't want to be the one that brings out the caution.
Well, that happened last week.
Leading, right?
You think about it. He blew that tire last week and had that brake rotor issue, and that's what brought the caution out and possibly could have cost Justin the race.
But, I mean, 3 weeks in a row for the rookie running inside the top 10, and something goes wrong late that cost him a great finish. Almirola just knocking on the door. His whole family is here. Saw his dad earlier, his wife Ashley, and the girls in attendance as well.
Yeah, great work by the team there. They've done a really good job. Justin's done a great job executing all day, being able to wrap the bottom as good as he has. You know, the race has just kind of been won by the driver. Good car, maybe, too.
The champ is going back to the playoffs. First win of the year for Justin Allgaier comes at Las Vegas.
Let's go. What and how's Jarrett here with us? I wish the Braves were still here, too. What an awesome race, boys. Y'all brought a freaking rocket ship.